Oh, yeah, folks. Folks and soaks alike, welcome to another episode of How Ya Been? Which is how we inflect it now. How Ya Been with Brett DeMott. I, of course, am your fearless leader, Brett DeMott, which is how I inflect my name now as well. Folks, happy holidays. We made it through them. Boy, was it tough. Holy smokes. You know, you want things to go well every time you do something huge. I, of course, had big plans to reconnect with my mother, father, sister, ex-wife. Didn't exactly go according to plan, but that's okay because life happens while you're sitting around making plans, folks. That's what the old saying says. A lot of people are probably curious. You know, I had a big old plan to go drop off Christmas presents at my mother and father's house and prove to my sister that I could get something done. And let's just say I did my part of the bargain, but they did not, folks. They did not. And you might be asking, Brett, how did they not live up to their end of the bargain when they didn't even participate in the bargain? Well, folks, you'd think that your family would just kind of be there. You know? They wouldn't send you on some kind of wild goose chase in order to find them on Christmas Day, which is exactly what happened with my family. I purchased huge chair, very tall ladder for my mother and father, put them in the back of the old DeMott-mobile, and went over to their place. Did as I said, wrapped them in a nice bow, put them out on the sidewalk, and just made a lot of noise, hoping that they would notice. Turns out nobody was home. How do I know? I walked around, looked through every window, nobody was there. So I did a tap, tap, tap on all the windows, expecting them to, you know, maybe they're doing a surprise party. It's like, oh, Brett, we're going to treat you like trash, and then we're going to throw you a big surprise party on Christmas because reconnecting with you is just as important as celebrating the birth of Jesus? Who gives a shit about Jesus? No offense to my Christian viewers out there, but the holiday ain't about Jesus. It's about family. And so I'm tapping on the windows, and there's nobody there. And I'm losing it. It really, honestly hurts my feelings bad. So I go into detective mode. A lot of people don't know this, but I still do a little bit of detective work. I know early on you all met my friend who I did detective work when we were kids. I still do a little bit. So I go to the garage, and I look at the ground, and I'm saying to myself, looks like fresh tire tracks here. Looks like these people burned rubber to get out of here fast. So I follow these tracks, and luckily for me, there was a little bit of snow on the ground. And so I follow these tracks through the snow, down the street, and oh, what do I have here? What do I see? What is going on? But these tracks go to Christine's house. And folks, Christine, my sister, in case you didn't watch a few weeks ago, it looked like, oh, my parents decided to flip the script, and instead of going to Christine's house, or instead of going to their house, Christine invited them to their house. And so I'm there. I, of course, loaded the chair and the ladder into the back of the DeMott-mobile once again, and I load them up onto the sidewalk, and I go and I tap, 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 tap on a window. But wouldn't you know, no one's home yet again. Interesting. And so I'm already in detective mode, so I keep the hat on. The detective hat. I keep the detective hat on, and I go to their garage, and I'm looking through there, and I'm seeing, fresh tire tracks. And so I'm looking at these tire tracks, and I look at them on the street. Luckily, again, there was a little bit of snow on the ground, so I could see these tire tracks still. And it looks like these tire tracks are headed back to my parents' house. So I load the stuff back into the Mobile, of course, and I book it across town. I go as fast as a person can go in a car that's as crappy as mine, and I get there, and this time, folks, I catch them. Speaking of Pokemon and Pikachus, I, Ash, catch them. That's right. They saw me. I saw my kid, Cooper, standing on a corner, and when I came around a corner, Cooper bolts running back to the house. And as I'm getting there, they're getting in the car, and they're driving away. All of them. My parents, my sister, my ex-wife, my kids, they're piling into my parents' car, and they're leaving. And I'm sitting there thinking, how are they having fun and enjoying this Christmas if they're spending the whole time just trying to get away from me? That don't make a damn bit of sense. So needless to say, I'm screaming on the front lawn, asking why the hell don't you guys want to hang out with me, okay? I gone through all this work. I got this huge chair and this tall ladder. Perfect gifts. I got them here. Why you go through all this work in order to not hang out with me? They did, folks, they gave me the silent treatment. Which, as you all know, I've talked about it before, years ago on the show. There's nothing I hate more than the silent treatment. Call me names. Yell at me. Say mean things. Bully me. I don't care. As long as you're talking to me. Because silence kills me. Silence absolutely kills me. And so I was understandably very frustrated. And so I'm sitting there. I say, you know what? Fine. I'm going to take the chair and I'm going to take the ladder back. I'm not going to give it to you. So I load it back up into the Mobile, thinking at some point my dad is going to walk his little ass out into the front yard and say, sorry, Brett, sorry for everything. You can come inside. You can spend some time with us. And I'm sitting there thinking, that's all I want. Literally just want that. I want the invite so that I can turn it down. But then they didn't even invite me in, folks. They didn't even invite me in. So I'm sitting on the front lawn of my parents' house with a huge chair and a real tall ladder in the light trickling of snow. Just waiting. How long did I stay there, you ask? Well, folks, good thing that I bought myself this beautiful jacket for Christmas because I was outside for hours. Absolutely hours. I'd say I got there about 3:30 in the afternoon. I was there until about 9:30 at night. At which point, my son threw a smoke bomb. And my sister and my ex-wife and my kids got away. They threw down a smoke bomb to exit. All because they didn't want to see me. That feels crazy. It's crazy. So I got back into the Mobile with the huge chair and the real tall ladder. Brought them home. Tried to shove them in my garage, but they're too big, so they don't fit. I got a ladder halfway hanging out the garage and a chair that the reclining foot part just sticking out into the street. Sucks, man. You know, you want the holidays to be fun, you know? You wanna be excited about what's been going on. You want to say it's a time to share with family and friends. This year obviously was different for most people. My family, of course, floating COVID protocol completely to hang out. And leaving me, quite literally, out in the freaking cold. I don't know, folks. You know, they say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. And I wish I could choose my family. Because I don't think I've done anything that bad to deserve the kind of treatment that I've been getting from these people. And I call them these people now. Because they suck. And I hate them. I hate my family. We end 2020 with this statement. Brett the Mott completely disavows his sister, mother, father, ex-wife, and 3 children. Henceforth, Brett the Mott is a fully independent man who needs no one and nothing and just wants to live. So, 2021, roll on in and just let me live. How about that? You got my word, folks. You're never going to hear the name BB DeMott again on this show. You're never going to hear the names of my children, Cooper, Rayleigh, and Braylon, ever again. You're also never going to hear about my mother and father. You're also never going to hear my sister's name ever again. Ever. You've got my freaking word. Real quick, gotta hit the old not the movie bag, the mail bag with a quick question. Hi, Brett. Love the detail with the new camera. Great. Oh, this one came in a while ago. Oops. It's fine. Whatever. Your statement about your favorite food being a movie theater hot dog made me take a moment to think. Not getting to enjoy your favorite food right now with the current events in the world must be tough. That leads me to my question. What kind of car do you drive? I'm imagining some fuzzy dice in the window. Well, this is a fitting question to ask, even though I don't necessarily understand the connection between movie theater food and my car. But who cares? I'll still answer the question. What kind of car do I drive? Big van. Big van. Big, huge van. Big, huge van. I've got big, huge van. Easy. Simple answer. I may have answered this question before in the past. Folks, send more questions to howyoubeen@gmail.com. I'll answer them on the freaking air. But folks, I'm really excited for my guest today. Because like I said, in order to step forward, you got to take a couple steps back. That's what I meant. That's the truth, and that's what I meant to say. I got my friend Marge here, and Marge is quite a character, folks. Marge is a person that I knew in college who used to sell me and my roommates and friends drugs. And now, were these drugs potent? No. Do I know if these drugs were even really drugs? No, but I liked Marge's company so much that I kept buying drugs from him. So I'm really excited for you guys to finally meet Marge. Finally, because we've been talking about this for 100 years. Since the show started, I've been saying, oh, you guys got to meet Marge. Marge is great. Marge is fun. You guys got to meet him. It's going to be a great time. Big cough. Not COVID. But folks, I'm going to jump the break real quick, get Marge in here, and then we're going to chat a little bit, see how Marge's been doing. So stick around through the break, folks, and I will be back very, very shortly. right, folks. Thanks so much for sticking it out through the break with me. I appreciate that. You know, I love it. I love taking these breaks because it feels like it does the thing where it's anticipation. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's just like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. It's probably going to be awesome, though. Oh, everybody needs to chill out because it's going to be so good. And folks, like I said right before the break, I'm very excited for my guest today. My guest, good friend of mine from back in the old college days. And I told you, one of the best drug dealers I've ever met in my whole life. Here he is. Marge. What's up, Marge? Good to see you.
Sorry. I thought you were going to say, I don't like people knowing my whole name.
Oh, yeah. No, hey, buddy. If there's one thing that I remember from college, it's the first names only rule.
That's right. I'm Marge. You're Brett.
I'm Brett. You did not know. You still maybe don't know my last name, even though it's very public knowledge.
I can see it on the other side of the screen, and I got my finger up here because I don't want to know it. I'm not.
Yeah. A small layer of anonymity is something that we always strived for back in college. It's great.
That's right.
Well, Marge, I got to ask you the question that I ask every single person who comes on the show. How you been?
Nate, sorry, what's the question?
How you been?
Oh, okay. I'm fine. Did you ask me on here for, you don't want to buy anything or?
Oh, no. Listen, Marge, maybe we can do a little something like the old days offline, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Offline.
Got it.
You know.
Okay, I don't know. The eyebrows. So do you want to buy drugs or not?
Well, let's talk about it offline.
Okay, offline.
We'll talk about it offline. No, this is just, look, the show is just me bringing the old pals on and seeing how they've been doing. I mean, it's been years since we saw each other. I mean, as we're both very old. Obviously, I'm 55 years old, and you look great, by the way, because you were older than me in college, and now, honestly, you look great because you got to be at least 56. What's that?
Well, we don't have to get into my age, okay? Maybe I'm 56, maybe 34, maybe I'm 75.
Right.
Who's asking?
You're a timeless being. Marge is a timeless being. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I don't like to get super specific. Yeah, we ain't gonna get specific. Again, a thinly veiled layer of anonymity is something that we're after here.
That's right.
Yeah, but no. So you're in Nevada, generally. Just generally.
You don't know if it's America's Nevada. It's one of the Nevadas.
Of course, I've heard about this. Greenville is a city that is in every state in the United States, and Nevada is a state that is in every country in the whole world.
Did you say Greenville or Springfield?
Yes. Greenville is a town. There's a Greenville in every single state in the entire contiguous United States. And Nevada is a state that's in every single country. There's Nevada, Canada, Nevada, Mexico, Nevada, UK. Because, of course,
many
UK.
people forget, but there's also Nevada in America.
That is true. That's the home of Sin City.
Mm-hmm.
Which, not saying that you live there.
Sin City, South Carolina. I've been to a lot of Sin Cities.
Yes, of course. There's Sin City, South Carolina, Sin City, New Jersey. There's Sin City, Cincinnati.
That's the hard one to say. Yeah. Sin City, Cincinnati.
And it's a city inside of a city. It's a city within a city. Cincinnati.
What a sensation.
Yeah. But I gotta assume, Marge, since the old college days for me, and I know we used to buy drugs from you in college and stuff. And I told the viewers, the drugs that you sold me, they weren't the most potent things, but we weren't necessarily just buying stuff from you for that. We loved the personality too.
Okay, they weren't the most potent things. What? My shit didn't get you rocked absolutely every single time.
Oh, the shit that
sounds like it might have been your fault.
Well, hey,
are you smoking?
That is true. Everybody does know that I'm very bad at smoking, so it could be partially my fault. But I'll tell you this, it didn't matter to me. Your shit did get me rocked, Marge, but it was also the camaraderie and the hang that we'd have. You know, I'd buy a dime bag from you, and then we'd hang out, and that was the rock. I got rocked.
Oh,
I got rocked by you.
those were the days. We were great friends back then.
Yeah, man, you used to come to the dorms. You'd sneak in. You'd climb up the outside of the outside of the dorm to get through the window.
I could have walked the front door, but it's the sport for me.
Yeah.
I wanted the danger aspect.
Yeah, and honestly, in all the times that you made the climb, you never fell one time, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Because
you get used to it.
Yeah, because the coming and the going. I mean, and when you're going, you're a little bit gone, as they say. So you would make the climb down, and you had a few puffs on the stuff, if you know what I'm saying. If everybody knows, if you understand.
Right.
You get it.
The sticky, gooey,
the gooey,
the flippy.
Your stuff,
the chewy.
Dude, your stuff
Chewy,
was the
dewy,
gooey. Your stuff was the gooeyest, the hewiest, the dewiest. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
I was smoking that Alvin, I was smoking that Simon. I was faded off that Theodore, man. Fucking yeah. And I don't even know. I feel like we all know the slang. I don't have to tell you what drugs those are.
Right, exactly. We don't need to get specific. Again, you get it. Everybody has to know.
With my dick.
Yeah, some chips with your Dale. Also, every now and then, the Darkwing Duck.
Mm-hmm. You got your Gizmo Duck. You got your launch pad. You got your Goslin.
Honestly.
Marijuana.
Oh, yes. Oh, man, the marijuana. Holy crap. The best stuff, dude. And the launch pad. The launch pad was great. The launch pad was really good stuff. It was incredible.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah, man. But what's been going on with you the last few years? I mean, is business still booming? Are you sort of branching out? Have you diversified your income stream? Because I know the government's kind of encroaching on your market with the legalization efforts. Uh-oh. You're frozen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, big freeze. Can everybody hear me? Am I back on? What the hell? Something crazy just happened. The whole internet exploded. My whole internet exploded. Here, let me try to get I'm gonna try to get Marge back on. Give me 1 second. I'll BRB. Okay, folks, here we go. We're back in. We're back on. And they're trying to silence us. Marge, we all know. Marge, they're trying to silence us. I think
they're trying to put masks on our mouths.
Exactly.
From going into the CVS to buy oregano and rolling papers, separate purchases.
Right. And of course, this oregano, that's for cooking. You're of course not selling oregano to anybody.
Why would I do? I'm cooking salmon and other meats.
Exactly.
And then rolling papers are for the marijuana that I sell to children. Okay, so don't go spreading rumors about what I'm selling. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Come on, everybody. It's obvious that Marge is selling marijuana to children. Okay. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
I ask them for an ID too. I say, "How old are you?" And if they say 15, I say, "Show me ID." They say, "I don't have ID. I'm 15." And I go, "Okay."
And then you know. I'm just realizing that I hope that the reason that we didn't get cut off is because somebody narked us out or something, and Twitch just booted us because we were talking about drugs and stuff. I think do we need to make it clear, Twitch? This is a hypothetical. This is all hypothetical. It's all It's all jokes. It's all goofs.
And I'm gonna get hypothetical tonight, smoking real marijuana, on my couch in Nevada, of a country that you pick. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Not gonna get me.
Yeah, nobody will. But before we were so rudely interrupted by technological difficulties, Marge, I was asking you about what's been going on in your sort of regular everyday life since I saw you last, which was obviously a while ago. What's been going on?
It's been good.
Yeah.
I'm not up to much. I was selling drugs when we were in college, still selling drugs now, but I have, a side gig. I'm in a little band now.
No smoke.
Yeah. We're doing our best.
Wow.
I beat a big drum.
Nice.
In a little band called Coldplay.
No shit. I heard of them.
You know them? You know them?
I know them. Oh man, how long you been doing that? They're a good band, man. You guys are famous.
Wow, who's famous? Some people say Beyonce's famous, and I'm like, no, we played a show with her. She's not Small Potatoes. Jesus Christ, that guy's famous. Everyone knows him.
Not a single person on the earth don't know him.
That's right. A lot of people don't know who I am.
I
I'm the guy who big drum and Coldplay, and they go, okay, you still have to show us your ID to get in here. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not famous. I have been doing that. When we were in college, I want to say probably the last time I saw you, I left the dorm, and I was feeling very anxious because I was like, okay, I have a feeling these guys are gonna realize that what they're smoking is maybe not. New story. That's not what was happening.
Okay.
I left your dorm and I was like, well, I obviously just sold these guys some very good weed and I'm not anxious about it at all. And then I turned a corner and I saw a guy beating this big drum and some British guys were just going, oi, mate, you're banging the drum all cattywampus in it. And I was like, what they're saying is that he's bad. He's bad at this.
Right.
So I went up to the guy and I was like, all right, take 5. And I told him to go around the corner because there was a hot babe who was looking for him. And I was like, okay, well, he was like, really? They said my name? And I was like, yeah, they said Drum Boy. I'm looking for Drum Boy because I want to kiss him and smooch on his wiener. It sounds, but I said that and it worked. And he left. And I came, I was like, boom, 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 boom. And they were like, hold on, mate. Hold on. Just hold on a bit. Now you're beating this drum, and I'm just seeing all the stars in my head, and it was all yellow. And he was like, now that's a song right there, yellow. And I was like, all right, boys, let's take this on the road. Let's do this.
Hang on a second. Are you telling me that you, I'll say, single-handedly are responsible for Coldplay deciding to hit the road?
Well, I mean, it's... there's a thing we like to say in the band where it takes a village, and our village is 4 people, 4 people that are the members of the band Coldplay. So it's hard to say that I single-handedly did anything, but I did, on my lonesome, without the advice of anyone else, tell them all, yes, we should go on the road.
Wow.
So yes, it was all.
Wow, that's a great story. And so this other drummer guy, was he in the band when you asked him to take 5, or was it?
I don't know. He's doing his own thing now. I don't know. His name is Ted Kaczynski something. He went on his own. I don't even follow him anymore. He beat the path of his own drum, as they say.
Ted Kaczynski, whatever. Yeah, Ted Kaczynski, whatever.
Kaczynski. I don't know. Mike Wazowski.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's Mike Wazowski. Man. That's absolutely crazy and awesome to hear, Marge, because I'm going to tell you, I love Coldplay, and I'm more of a rock guy. You saw the posters on the wall in my dorm room in college. I'm more of a rock guy. But there's
I'd cover my eye. I don't want to know everything about you.
Right. You would only look at part of the room. You're like, if I know it all, then I know too much, and they can get me if they interrogate me.
Led what? Radio who? You what number? I don't care. Don't show me.
You what number?
So,
yeah.
I knew it was a number. I could tell.
That's honestly so incredible because like I've heard the songs and I've seen like live videos of Coldplay, And I think maybe you just get totally lost in the music because, like, I didn't even catch you on the stage and all the shows I've seen online. That's like, it's impressive.
So that's another thing. One of the guys, I don't know how much you know the band. This guy, Chris, he was basically like, mate, if you're going to be in the band, you can't go on selling all those drugs around town, right? We aren't too chuffed about that in it. And he was like, you got to pick, is it selling drugs to underage children or is it Coldplay? And I was kind of like, well, I don't want to choose. So what am I going to do? And I had one of those Mission Impossible masks made of... Well, I was like, I wanted to look like the other guy who was already in the band.
Right.
So I had a mask made of that, and I wear it every time we're on stage.
Right.
And then whenever I'm just selling drugs, I just don't wear that. So it's kind of, I got my own hand thing.
Oh, you know? Wow. Wow. And do you go by Marge when you're in the band, or do you go by another name?
I go by another name.
Let's see.
Can you? Yeah, you. I mean, you look at the lineup and you can tell which one is me. I don't even have to. I'll just say the name. No, I won't. I don't have to say the name because I know what my name is.
You know that your name is. Hang on. You know that your name is when you're on stage. Your name is Will Champion. You know that. That's your stage name.
Champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you know how I came up with that. Because when Chris was talking to me, he's like, we need someone who will champion the band and not the process of selling to underage children. And I said, we need someone who will champion. And then, the rest was history.
Wow. Man, it's crazy. See, this is why I love doing this show, Marge, because I left college thinking, oh, Marge's a great guy.
Call me Will.
Well, I'll call you Will. I thought you were just a great guy who sold weed and sold drugs and stuff, and I didn't even think that it was possible that you could have the career that you've had. And now I'm looking at the Coldplay Wikipedia. I don't mean it in an insulting way. You just don't expect that from your drug dealer.
Sure. I guess I would. I mean, drug dealers are people too,
That's true. And hey,
you want to know something about the people who don't eat?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do.
One of them was a little man that went on to direct just a little film you might know called Titanic.
Oh my goodness, James Cameron.
That's right.
James Cameron sold you drugs.
Stop saying his name. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop saying his name.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to it. I don't. It's hard for me to know what's appropriate. I'm just a guy who runs a hardware store that is floundering. I don't know the ins and outs of how to keep people anonymous in the drugs world. Okay. It's just
discuss what they do. All right. He directs movies.
Right.
Sometimes about sinking ships.
Blockbusters.
On occasion about terminating machines.
Yes.
Sure. Blockbusters.
Yes. He's a blockbuster film director. Okay.
That's right. He's working on a film about avatars.
And you gotta hit the wink.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, you gotta. If you hit the wink, then everybody knows. But except the cops. The cops can't know if you wink. What's the wink mean? That's the way you get out of everything. If you're everybody watching, if you're in a situation where you need to trick a cop, just say something and then wink, and they won't even know. They're dumb. Cops are stupid.
That's right.
They're really, really
stupid. Men in Black, little.
Yeah, a wink is just as good as the neuralizer or whatever the hell it's called from Men in Black. Yeah. Man, Marge, that's so freaking cool, man. So you're traveling the world. Obviously not now, but you've been traveling the world then for the last 20-something years.
Yeah, and it's been really good because it helps me make money on the road through all of the drug stuff. So I can just go to different markets. It's legal in some places, and I don't know, we'll play a show in California, and I'll be like, well, shit, I can't do anything here. Losing money every time I go to fucking Coachella, I guess. Everyone's in the audience smoking weed, taunting me. I'm up there like, and and they're just fucking like, ooh, play Viva La Vida, because they're British too.
Yeah.
But then the next day we're in fucking what's another state?
Oklahoma, as we mentioned.
Oklahoma, and when I'm in Oklahoma, I just look up that Ted guy just to make sure he's doing all right. I can never find. I don't know what he's up to nowadays.
Should I Google him? Let's
sure.
Google. Let's see.
Ted
Kaczynski. Let's see.
That's it.
Ted Kaczynski.
I'm sure he blew up in his own way afterwards.
Oh shit! Oh
What's
yeah!
that?
Wait, Ted Kaczynski's the Unabomber.
Is he in the what?
Yeah, he was an American domestic terrorist, anarchist, former mathematics professor. He was a mathematics project.
A ska band? What is that?
No, this guy, he blew stuff up. He sent people mail bombs.
He mailed his records to people, or what are you talking about?
No, he blew stuff up, like with bombs.
Well, I'm sure he blew up. He was a very talented drummer, but like blew up as a part of what? What's the group he was part of?
Like terrorists, like domestic American terrorists.
So what is that? Like the presidents of the United States of America? Like did he do that song Lump? Was that him?
Yes. Ted Kaczynski was in the band the American Domestic Terrorists, who did the song.
That's so.
Yeah, they did the song Bump instead of Lump. She's Bump. She's Bump. She's in my butt? I don't know. I haven't heard the song in a while. I'm not sure what the lyrics do. Man.
I think that's it. I think you got it.
Man, so this is huge news that the original guy who hits the big drum in Coldplay went on to become the Unabomber, folks, before folks go on the internet and they start looking at the timeline and they start being like, there's no way that's possible because the Unabomber died before this could be possible, I'll say this.
It's so sad.
Wait,
oh, fuck.
Wait, no, he's still alive, but he's in prison. He's not dead. The Unabomber is not dead.
I was gonna be really stressed out because I start to think, well, then what would his life have been like if I hadn't told him take 5? There's a hot babe who wants to suck on your wiener around the corner. Could he have been where I am? Could I have been dead? Could I have been the Unabomber in that famous band?
Oh my gosh, man. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he's in jail. I think.
That's all right.
I think.
I was in jail. Who cares?
Yeah. Wait, hang on. You went to prison?
Yeah.
How long ago was this? Was this before I knew you, after I knew you, while I knew you?
This was 2005. Okay. I had taken a brief break from Coldplay, and I had started. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I started a business called Enron, and we had sort of done some shady. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, let's get rich quick. I gotta, because I was like, we had just finished recording Viva La Vida, and I was like, well, we're gonna go on tour for that soon, so I want to make some money in the meantime while drugs, no one's smoking weed in 2005, and so I did this Enron thing, and it just really blew up in my face. Luckily, Chris, ever the gentleman, bailed me out. He's like, we got to go on tour, mate, to get this record at Boils, and so I sort of got out of that, but I was in jail for a couple of days. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Marge, you did Enron?
So you know about Enron too? Yeah,
it's crazy to me.
Okay.
It feels like you are attached to so many things that I already know about, but in a way that I had no clue about. You were taking a break, and then you started Enron, and then because notoriously Enron, of course, was a huge financial disaster, right? That's how, I don't honestly remember the details.
You keep saying things that are like not meant to be mean, but they actually are very. We did some good things too,
Oh, great! No, that's good. Like what? What were some of the good things that you did at Enron?
Community outreach, and gave some people jobs for a little bit.
That's good. That's good. Even if that's all you can do.
Look,
that's all you can do. Giving people jobs, that's what people need.
I put that Mission Impossible face mask machine to heavy use throughout the 2000s because that's when I was like, well, I don't need people treating me different at the office because they're like, well, that's the drum guy from Coldplay. So I put on a mask and I go to work and I'm just a normal guy.
Okay, and so just so I can get it clear, when you were doing Enron, were you wearing a mask as you now, or were you with the world champion mask on with another mask on to do Enron?
Some days I would put both of the masks on.
Depending on what you had to do after work.
That's right. And sometimes I just feel like I'm playing a character. Am I Marge pretending to be world champion, pretending to be Enron man, or am I just Marge pretending to be Enron man?
Right.
It's a different mood sometimes.
Right.
You know, Monday through Thursday, I'm doing the whole thing. But Friday, I want to let loose. I don't have to think about world champion. I don't want to do that. I'm not on tour yet, so I'm not banging the drum. I'm banging that phone down on the hook. You know. It's not Viva La Vida. It's get me the paper. That was one of the things I would say in the office, and no one got it because they didn't know I was Coldplay, and also that album was out yet.
It's really funny. It's funny though. I've seen actually in a thrift store. I saw a T-shirt that said "Viva La Vida?" ? No, give me the paper.
Give me the paper. You saw my shirt. That's so great.
That's crazy.
It was in a thrift store. That's upsetting.
Yeah, it was in a thrift store. I'm sorry, but it was one of the more expensive T-shirts in there. It was $3. So
better be.
Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, if you're the most expensive shirt in a thrift store, you still got something to brag about, if you ask me. Now that man, I tell you what, Mark, you have dipped your toes in so many different pursuits. I'm so impressed, and I know I downplayed what I thought you were capable of back in college. But I remember back there, you would pitch ideas all the time. We'd be getting stoned, and I'd be sitting there being like, there's no way. You're just pitching ideas. These are just stoned ideas. But it turns out you've followed some of those things to the end of the line, and you've been successful. That's so incredible.
That I'll teach you. That'll teach everyone who laughed at me when I pitched several of the ideas that I pitched back then. You know, what if there was an Enron? What if I beat a drum in a big British band?
Well,
and others.
You got to understand what it sounds like when somebody says, "What if there was an Enron?" Because at that point, we didn't know. We didn't know what an Enron was. You just had this funny name in your head.
Open your fucking minds, okay? You guys are smoking weed, talking about, ooh, what if the outside world was the inside? And ooh, there should be a television show about dogs. And I'm like, no, I'm thinking bigger. I'm in 2000 a billion, and you guys are stuck in 19. I don't know what year it was. 97?
Yeah, somewhere
How
around
old
there.
were we?
Somewhere around there.
I'm saying, what if there was an Enron? Because I've already created the concept of Enron in my head, and I don't need to explain it to you children who are still in college learning about astrology and French literature. Okay?
Hey, man. Come on.
Enron.
Hey, come on. Astrology and French literature are fine subjects of study, okay? I love astronomy.
Sure.
Space is my favorite kind of shit, man. Come on. I love the stars. I love the moon.
Space is so cool to you, then why did you laugh at me when I said, what if I started a company that just sent stuff into space, and then also I was weird to people on Twitter about and like what if I learned to smoke weed for the first time? I said,
Marge, you must be crazy. And you said, no, I must be crazy. And I was like,
that's right.
What the hell are you talking about?
And can I tell you something? You want to know something else I did in the 2000s?
Please.
You had a little company called SpaceX.
I have. This is the company that is also where Tesla is involved in.
That's right. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Guess what? All of that was me.
You're kidding me. All of it.
I'm not.
SpaceX.
All of it. I put on another mask of a South African man that I just basically Googled I googled guy, and then I sort of like messed with the features a little bit because I was like, well, this guy looks too normal, and so then I put that mask on, and I started getting on Twitter, and I was just, I was like, what's a child like? What's a child who just has done nothing but the internet like? And I created a personality, and then I was like, all right, well, this guy needs to start doing stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna make cars. And I was like, what if I send the cars also to the moon? And what if I marry a lady who also, she makes bleep bloop music and people like her, but I make her seem awful.
I mean, I'll tell you this. If all of those things were your goal getting into this, Marge, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. And so I am too. You haven't said it in certain terms, but you are the person we all know as Elon Musk is you.
Yes. Oh, wait, Elon?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I didn't know that's how it was coming across. No, mine is supposed to be Evan Musk.
Oh, no.
I just gotta, oh my God, you know what's crazy? Someone switched those keys on my computer. The V is where the L is supposed to be, and the A is where the O is supposed to be. That's so crazy. I've been typing so many things wrong.
Oh no. I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. That has to have really affected, everything you do on the computer.
The company is not called Tesla or SpaceX. Just to clarify.
No, it is Tesla and SpaceX.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Hey, Marge, it's okay. You're doing big business even though you're unproven still. I think like with that company, it's impressive the kind of things that you're getting away with over there. Because
no wonder it's unproven. Elon is a stupid name. Elon is an idiot's name. If I named someone Elon as a baby, I would ask for myself to be sent into space. That's a stupid name. Evan, that's a normal person's name.
It is. We all know Evans. We all have a bunch of Evans in our lives. Elon, he's the only one. Elon Musk is the only Elon I've ever met in my whole life.
No, because no one would name a reasonable person Elon. If you named a baby Elon, they would grow up to be a megalomaniac.
Well, thank God you're actually not named that, and you are not. You're not living a life with that name because you, sir, are not a megalomaniac. You're just a good guy. And Marge, you're so normal. Everything about you, your life has been very normal. Every beat of it. I am not concerned at all. I don't think it's strange or unusual at all. I think you're
Is it on the fact that I play drums in the band Coldplay?
That's incredible to me. Truly incredible. But yeah, Marge, this was great. I knew having you on, I was gonna get some good stuff out of you because of what we used to do back in the day. But like, this is light years beyond what I thought I was gonna get. I had no idea, and now I feel like I have a deeper understanding of who you are as a person. And going forward, I feel like we can connect on so many different levels. You've had a failed business in Enron, which I don't mean to rub it in your face, but it's just the truth.
No, you don't mean to.
You also had you aided in the creation of a domestic terrorist, which I've done with my wife, BB. And then you have, yeah. You remember BB from college? We got married.
Oh, and she does domestic terrorism now?
Domestic in terms of our home life. We got a divorce We got a divorce a couple months ago before Christmas. It's
condolences.
But say it again. What'd you say?
Still hot? You said.
I think so.
Interesting.
I think she is. She looks exactly like the kind of person that I would want to be with. But and also, hold on, Marge. Please don't go after my ex-wife. Please.
What?
Please
Keep saying what you were saying.
No, I was just gonna say you also play drums in a band, which was a dream of mine forever. So we can connect on so many different levels, and you didn't even understand. You don't even know how many levels we could connect on. And now we do know.
Also of I'm selling drugs if you would like to buy some drugs from me.
Hey, and as I said, we'll do it offline.
Right.
All right? Oh, Marge, I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. But, man, I tell you, it was so great chatting with you, man. Honestly, it was just such a good time. Sorry about that drop in the middle. I don't know what happened with if Twitch fucked me or if the internet fucked me. Who knows? But it was a blast chatting.
Don't even worry about it.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you this. You keep taking care of yourself. Enjoy the new year. I hope that all the any resolution you might have comes true and you follow through on it, just like the rest of us are going to try to do. And hopefully, sometime down the line, we can have you back on the show, and we can. I'm sure we just scratched the surface of all of your history, so we'll get more into it next time.
I hosted SNL as Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that's a story for the next show. Marge, thank you so much for being here, man. I'll talk to you again real soon, all right? All right, take it easy, buddy. Good to see you. Oh, folks and soaks alike, what an episode. I didn't know half that shit about my friend Marge until just this very moment. Holy smokes. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of How You Been. Oh, he had me dying. If you like the show and you like the channel, please consider donating a couple of bucks. All that money's going to go to Marge. Obviously, Marge said that he is doing pretty well financially, but I think he's pretty deep in the hole because of the whole Enron thing. So he could probably use a couple bucks. Coldplay's not touring right now. Elon Musk, I think, is any day now going to get taken down in a huge lawsuit. So I don't think Marge is long for the success he's got right now. So if you could throw a couple bucks in the pot, I will make sure every dime of that gets sent over to Marge. And folks, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a chaotic year, and this is the last time I'm going to talk to you until the new year. So I just wanted to say I really appreciate every single one of you guys who's come in here and made this show what it is, made this a fun experience for not only myself, but each and every one of you who's watching it. I know my producer, John, is very, very happy that people seem to enjoy the show and tune in every week. So I really appreciate you all doing that. And here's to another year, at least, of crushing it with this show. The video version, we're loving it. We're loving the video version. Stepping out of the audio world into the video world was the best thing that we ever done. I'll tell you that. Absolutely the best thing we ever done. So yeah, folks, if you could drop a buck into the donation pot, that'd be really, really appreciated. If you cannot, do not worry about it at all. Just be here next week for another episode. Also, stay tuned to Twitter and the Discord if you want to find out who's going to be on the show next week. John always announces it there. Usually Friday, Saturday-ish is when you'll find out. So keep an eye on that. Also, I think John will be coming back to stream some games here sometime soon. I think he's trying to organize a big charity stream with some people to do the Minesweeper. He's going to stream Minesweeper or some shit. I don't know. I told him that seems like a stupid game to stream, but I think he's going to do it. He was going to do it on New Year's, but I don't think it's going to happen on New Year's. But he'll make sure everybody knows when that's going to happen as soon as possible. So just keep an eye on the Discord or on Twitter, and he'll let you know when that's happening. But folks, thank you all so much for watching. Truly, truly appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time. But until then, Brett out.